Yo, what's going on? This is Chocolate with Queen Lioness Tarot. I'm back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for checking out this video. Shout out to all of my subscribers. Guys, I love you to death. I have been going through my own personal challenges and my own dark night of the soul and all of that. So, um, I certainly want to let you guys know that I am still here. I'm still maintaining. Um, I also want to let everyone know that I have another channel. It's called Queen Lioness Tarot 2. You guys are more than welcome to jump on that channel. Subscribe is there, over there as well, because this channel will only have you guys' monthly readings, okay? Anything that is pertaining to your bonus reading or your just your spiritual messages, your tarot messages, that will be on Queen Lioness Tarot 2, okay? Queen Lioness Tarot 2. And on this channel, it will be primarily your monthly readings, okay? So this will be one of the last type of messages like this for this particular reading. I'm doing a Leo. We're talking about the 5th house. What's good, Leos? My fellow fire sign, my fellow bosses. I'm a Leo too. You already know. This is going to be a March. We're going to look at March's energy. We're going to get some oracle cards to see what energy could be around Leo in the month of March 2020, Leo. This is a tarot message. Again, all tarot messages will be done on the, excuse me, Leo. All tarot messages will be done on the other channel, which is, again, Queen Lioness Tarot, the number 2, okay? Definitely support me, guys. Like, share, subscribe to that. Share it on your social media. Share it with family and friends. More so if you feel that the messages resonate. I always say that definitely only if the message resonates do I invite you guys to join the family, okay? This is a little extended, Leo, because again, this is going to be one of the last type of these messages that I do on this particular channel, okay? I was spiritually guided to do a Leo tarot message for March, and so that's why we're here at this moment. This again, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone cross-watching for Leo, you might find these messages could actually play out for you guys as well, all right? So again, my darlings, only take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? So we certainly welcome in Leo's spirit guides, Leo's spiritual team, your ancestors, the Holy Spirit, the higher God, our higher vibrational selves. Remember, Leo, the energies can go vice versa. Thank you, Spirit. And we're pulling 3 cards for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus to see what March could have in store as the overall, just a theme. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is written in stone, Leo. So again, this won't resonate for a lot of you because it's not the message for you. And for others of you, it will hit home for you. And if that is the case, definitely, again, join the family. Fuck with me. Like, share, subscribe. All right? So, Leo, we are going to, without further ado, jump right into your preview, really, of the energies that could surround you in March. And this is a tarot message, all right? The overall energy we have, Leo, March 2020 is Sanctuary. Yes, the card says Cave, but I'm saying Sanctuary. So, Leos, let's talk about it. Overall energy we have is Sanctuary. Now, what this means, Leos, is that March may be a time for, and when I say we, I'm talking to us collectively because I'm also a Leo. So like I said before, the same way the messages resonate for you guys, I also take resonation in the messages when they apply to me as well, okay? So for us Leos in the month of March, we have the Cave card, okay? And this card could tell me that we, in the month of March, there may be a lot of us that we're going to need to have some time to ourselves. In a nutshell, we need to really take some time out for ourselves. This card could be equivalent to the Hermit card in the traditional tarot, the major arcana Hermit, which is a Virgo card. This is also a Virgo card, so some of you could be dealing with the Virgo, okay? That card cave card represents the need for us to find some solitude, find some place where we're comfortable, even if this is just a place that you can go to alone, be in nature, and kind of meditate and collect your thoughts. This is what it's all about. I think that March will be a very meditative month, where Leos will be more contemplative in the choices and the decisions that they make going forward, or that we make collectively going forward in the month of March, okay? Sanctuary could say a lot of you have joined recently a church as well. You might find solace, or you might find spiritual comfort and healing and support in an establishment. So again, a lot of you could be literally joining a religious organization such as a church, or for others of you, and this is not far-fetched, you might even be thinking about having your own spiritual group, or you be a leader, you know, because Leos, we're the boss. We are the boss, and not for nothing, royalty, 5th house, definitely in the building, okay? So for a lot of you, you could be thinking about starting your own spiritual organization. You could be attending church, whatever your religious background, mass, whatever your religious background is, you could be more involved in that, in your spiritual life. And for others of you, this sanctuary card and this cave card could say that you guys need to isolate yourself from other people, places, and things, especially if it is distracting you. You know, to kind of get away from the distractions. And this is the theme that this card really tries to drive home, to kind of remove yourself from any type of distractions in the month of March. Get your goals done, set your goals, set your intentions, and, you know, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Leo's like, we got to handle our business. And sometimes it does take for us to kind of take ourselves out of the normal hoopla of life, or the circus of life, in order for us to ground ourselves. And this spirit is calling for us now to kind of find sanctuary. It's time for us to go inward. It's time for us to gain perspection, get a different perception of things, and to look at things. And again, this needs to be someplace where you can find solitude, you know. And I choked up a little bit because I didn't want to say this, but and not wanting to say it, spirit is like, yo, you got to say it. So for others of you, this could talk about maybe someone you know has been recently incarcerated, just gotten released. And I hope to God that none of you are facing incarceration. But this card also, along with the Hermit, like I mentioned, the major arcana, those two cards for me, from my perspective, is about someone being incarcerated, someone being locked away, you know, locked away. And take that how it resonates. Overall energy for March, all right? So Leos, let's see what we got going on in the month of March. Tarot messages, baby. Ugh. Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. We got the Tsunami card. A Tsunami card. Okay. Wow. Leos, in the month of March, there could be something on the horizon, you know, maybe unexpected, that could wake us up. You feel me? That could really wake us and shake us up in the month of March, you know. I'm not one for doom and gloom, you know. I'm a Leo myself, so I'm looking at it like, damn, something unexpected, almost equivalent to the Tower in the major arcana in the traditional deck. Tsunami is like something that really opens your eyes. Something happens. It could be something shocking, a revelation, something to wake you up. It could also be something that is a precursor to something that could have possibly been catastrophic. Maybe this is a warning. I feel like with the Tsunami card, Leos, this is a warning, that, you know, to be on point, to be on guard. to be alert, to be spiritually awakened, to be spiritually aware and guided and protected, because something could be lurking. You could, again, some shocking revelation, something that jolts you back to reality if you were being disillusional, or if you were being misled, or there were a lot of smoke and mirrors. For those of you who may have been unclear, lack some clarity in a situation, the tsunami card pretty much says that there's going to be an incident or some type of occurrence or something shocking that you might find out about, hear about, see, learn, that's going to kind of give you a different perception and perspective on a situation that's really going to wake you the hell up. Wake us the hell up. Tsunami in the month of March 2020. But you know me, Leos, I usually, again, I don't receive the negative energy, but as a tarot reader and an intuitive, this card, and I'm gonna talk about this tsunami card for a second. Wake up call. Yesterday, I'm getting my children ready for school and whatnot. You know, I'm gonna make this brief. And I look out my front window, okay, and out of the blue, I see the biggest owl. Yo, I'm talking about a real life owl. Now, where I live currently, it's very rare to see an owl. So, of course, when I looked out the window, and what made me look out the window was like some type of, I can't explain, it was spiritual, yo. It was like something, my intuition told me to look out the window. So I'm looking out the window, and it was a big ass owl sitting on the fence in front of my window, looking at my window. Word, like, yo. Now, with that being said, I instantly, well, I was afraid and intrigued all at the same time, because I watched the shit for like a good 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Watch its movements and its, you know, how. So it was sitting there and it was looking around, and I mean, literally this owl's head was almost all the way around. I think they could turn their head to almost like 245 degrees, you know what I mean? And so, angle. And so I could be wrong with the number, but definitely more than half. Okay, so now I'm watching that, and so I instantly, you know, after it's all said and done, I come in the house and I'm still thinking about this shit. Like, yo, I saw an owl. Why is an owl right there? I'm getting scared. I'm nervous because, you know, I'm not like it's a damn owl. You know what I mean? And so I look it up, Leos. I look this shit up. Now, owls are significant. This is going to be another message, but I had to throw this in there. I had to really get this in. An owl, you know, spiritually is significant, yo. They're messengers, and not only that, an owl is considered wise. An owl is considered wisdom, intuition, keen. But it also talks about bringing messages that you need to look beneath the surface. You need to remove any self-deception. It gives you a sense of clarity. Yo, I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, guys, Google this shit. Owls and their spiritual meanings. So I took it a step further. Now I go, because, you know, I already know two of my spirit animals clearly, you know, and so I out of curiosity, I took a random quiz on Google, you know, to find my spirit animal, my third one. Lo and behold, after I've completed the damn quiz, it's a damn owl. So I said all of that to say this, Leos. Pay attention to synchronicities and any out of the ordinary type shit that happens now and going into March. Again, for those of you, I mean, I might be the only Leo that just recently saw a damn owl, but let me tell you, it scared me, yo, but then it made me also think about it. And the owl speaks highly about you guys as being silent and observant. That's their MO, silence and observant. And also an owl talks about intuition, us needing to really use our intuition, and they bring that gift with them, that energy, okay? And they connect usually with people that have their same, you know, so the animal spirit, your animal spirit usually somehow, they'll know your energy and they'll connect with you, whether this is in dreams or in my experience, real life shit, you know. And so with this tsunami card, I tied that in with it because that owl, for me personally, and somebody else might can resonate with it, it said that I needed to be aware of my surroundings, and also that everything is not as it appears on the surface, Leo. Sometimes we got to dig deeper, even though we don't want to dig up anything that we don't want to deal with. Leo is a fixed fire sign. We don't really want to go there, but there are some times where we sometimes really have to address shit and not sweep it under the rug, not act like it doesn't exist, and not put our head in a tomato or bury our head in the sand. You know what I mean? So in hindsight, whatever is going on, just make sure you are spiritually prepared and aware. This can go vice versa too. So Leos, just pay attention to your surroundings, your environment, people in your. Pay attention, kings, queens. All right, next card, Leo. Let's go. Up. Us. Us. Fire. Us. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That's us. Leos, in the month of March, passion. Some of you could be, there could be something that really sparks your passion in the month of March. Now this card for me is like the Ace of Wands, all right, in the minor arcana in the traditional deck. Ace of Wands. A new beginning, something creative, bold, passionate. Your energy, the way you're feeling, fiery, bold. This could talk about a relationship. It could be very passionate. You could have a hobby that you're very passionate about. You could be passionate about being a mother, a parent. You know what I mean? This can resonate across all areas of life. In the month of March, make sure any situations you get into, Leos, and this is from an intuitive perspective based on this card, let's not let our emotions guide us to make the wrong decisions. This is actually, and not for nothing, we're in Mercury retro. You already know this is all about communications, or should I say miscommunication. When Mercury is going backwards, Leos, it's all types of problems. It's problems with technology. There's problems with your car, mechanics, transportation. There's delays in mail. Postal services are delayed. All types of communication, just a lot of shit go haywire. Electronics are affected. Everything goes dumb when Mercury is going backwards. But this is also a time for us to review, to reflect, to analyze the situation, to go over something if it doesn't make sense to you. Let's not act on our instincts, which is to be very fiery. Let's not do that. Let's take a calmer approach, Leos. Let's handle it with a grain of salt. Never let them see you sweat, regardless of what type of situation you're encountering. Even if you're going into a relationship that's sex only, let me tell you something. You see that fire? When you play with fire, you do get burned. Yes, we are Leos. We're a fire sign. Definitely our element. But sometimes we can even get burned by our own flames, all right? So I would just say that any decision you make, let it be logical, from a place of logic and reason. Have that swords and kind of energy. Not so much the emotional detachment part of it. Excuse me. But I'm going to need you guys to be a lot more grounded in your decision making, as well as myself. I'm speaking to me when I say you. I'm talking to me too, sis, bro. All right. And the final card, March 2020. Yeah, it makes sense. Leos, it makes sense. You could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a fellow fire sign. And just so you know, this is also Scorpio. The tsunami is Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, like yourself. Could be another Leo, could be an Aries or Sagittarius. And lastly, we got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is mainly my Cancer card. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer, okay? So when we see the Ocean card, Leos, what it is relative to what a lot of us could be going through right now. This talks about the ebbing and flowing of our emotions, the up and down of the roller coaster of life that we sometimes find ourselves on. For a lot of you, this could be a very emotional time for you guys. You know, you could be, you know, depending on, because this is a general reading, depending on what your circumstances are, a lot of you could be finding yourself sad a lot more, crying often. This is for a select few of you. Your emotions could be like on pins and needles, like somebody could really say something and you could be ready to snap. And you know, the irony in it is yeah, passion. It's almost, these cards together represent emotional instability. To me, from my perspective, these cards represent together emotional instability, meaning that at any given moment you don't know what, and this could even, now Leos, like I said before, this can be vice versa. I only say take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? But for a lot of you, this is, your emotions are getting the better of you, Leos. We can't do that. Yes, this says passion, and that's what it's like. You got to tame it down. You got to tone it down. March is going to be a time for you guys to tread lightly, to work on our spiritual lives. We need to tread lightly, work on our spiritual evolution, evolving. We need to meditate. This card speaks to meditation as well. You already had a card that talked about this. This card represents meditation, Virgo energy. So the overall is just that this could be a very emotional time for a lot of you. There could have been a significant thing that occurred in March for a lot of you that you remember. I know for me personally, Leos, I lost my mother, or let's just say she was buried in March back in '94, you know. And so every time that time comes around, I know I find my emotions becoming a little bit frayed, you know, and I can acknowledge that. But this is not the time for us to let our emotions get the better of us. In fact, we have to overcome our emotions. Yes, it is advised. I mean, I'm a crier. You know, if something really touches me, I might be compelled to shed a tear. You heard me right, Leos, a tear. But it's nothing wrong with us. We have to have emotional balance. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing wrong with us being emotional, Leos. That's just what we are. We're ruled by the heart. The heart is our organ that rules Leos. So of course we are passionate. Of course but some of us, we got to tone it down because it can impact your health, Leos. And I know that firsthand. This can also represent calmness, peace, serenity, what we all aspire to have in our life, in our daily living, our day-to-day. Peace, you know. Water therapy for some of you is recommended. Yeah, I love the water, and I'm a fire sign. You know. So Leos, check out my other channel, Queen Lioness Tarot, the number 2. Subscribe there. Because again, this channel this will be the last tarot message I do on this particular channel, but I've moved over to the other channel. I'm having a lot of issues on this particular device, and so I had to, I have another channel, and I want you guys to join me, Leos. Fuck with me, show your love, subscribe. You know what I mean? I'll be back on this channel, however, with Leo's monthly March reading. But any spiritual messages or any angel messages or guidance messages will be on the other channel. Fuck with me, guys. I love you, kings, queens, my royal bosses of the zodiac, of the jungle, concrete, and otherwise. Like, share, subscribe, my love. 1.